Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams here fresh off week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Play action. Now it's Carr. That one into the hands of Adams downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Once again, it's Jacobs. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. You talk about this Titan defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. Well, how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Oh, his first throw of the game, going to be intercepted. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So first interception thrown for him there, and really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
2 yards to go, second down. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. His throw incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw his Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
First and goal from the 6. Here's Jacobs. Fights through him. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
On the return is Jones. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Titan defense. They were very good last week in the win over the Saints.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. In motion right goes Adams. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Adams the man in motion right. Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now Carr. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Hey, Ron.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Anytime the ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it, no matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Racey McMath, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On second down, Jacobs. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. That is caught, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. McCarr finding his former college teammate Adams there for the Raider first. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Some people playing defense in this one. There's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. this a 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
We got this. Stay on point, fellas.
3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works free. Fighting through it. He's got space. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Open man is McMahon. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Lawrence. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sign of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, he's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're trying to dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Lawrence. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25, instead of the 20. When guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And now Hassan Haskins going to bring it out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 5. Lawrence will throw. And the Raiders have got him. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack.
That's exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Now Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Oh, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now Lawrence on 1st down. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Josh Wiley, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Carr. That's caught by Myers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 38-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. On play action, it's Carr. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Yeah, the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Carr. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Carlson down to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Here's Jones. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kid who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Sheds him off at the 45. And another fine run there. This one good for 15. He's come out on a mission here to start this drive. Another first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Carr. Pass taken in. It's big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now 1st and goal. Here's Carr to throw. He'll get this. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And now look at him go. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Here now, 2nd and goal.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say...
And that is caught! Touchdown, Raiders! Devontae Adams, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And the fair catch taken. No time will come off the clock. And they will begin this critical drive at the 25-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Lawrence. Throw here's incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence. He's going to air one out. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Now a give to Jacobs running right. Oh, and the tackle comes quickly. That's only going to get him a couple. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts.
That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Second down, 8 yards to go. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Here's second down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down. Here's Carr. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Fourth down now defensively. Charles, you know they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Lawrence. Throwing one incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Titans who will control the football first here in overtime as we're back underway. Fair catch called for and taken, so the ball brought up to the 25 to begin this overtime session. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds. Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
First throw of overtime for Trevor Lawrence. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work, because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him. and create the big play downfield.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They go play action now. Lawrence. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Now Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Lawrence. Oh, and that's so close to being intercepted. That could have been a big turnover in overtime if he had held on. Instead, though, it is still fourth down.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, and I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you've got to try and get just a little bit more out of each one in order to try and get to the end zone, because they're going to play everyone back, keep everything in front.
The handoff, Jacobs running to the left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. 2 minutes on the clock in overtime in a 3-point ball game.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And here's your ball game. Down 3 in overtime, but they're going for this thing on 4th down. He has Mayer complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a first first down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So a little chunk there on first as they try to chip away down 3 in overtime.
I like your description. Chip away, down 3. You don't have to get it all in one big play, although obviously that would be nice. But there's no need to have that type of risk associated with it. Run your offense, get first downs, get yourself in a position where you know you're going to at least get 3 and keep this game going. If you get 6, so much the better.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Early down stuffs have put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing his car. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They wanted to avoid the dreaded 4th down and having to get a conversion or it being the final play. They picked it up, though, on 3rd.
I love how you described that because we've been in those situations and seen it. If you get to 4th down, especially in overtime, things get a little shakier, don't they? The hands get shaky, right? The throw, if you're going to throw the ball, being able to run it, all of that coming down to one big play. Very nice of them and nice for them to pick it up on 3rd.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Here's Jacobs. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT.
It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially get out of here with a tie. And his kick is good. A gut-wrenching moment, but he's able to bang it through from long distance. And they match an earlier RT field goal with one of their own. But sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and very rarely in the National Football League you tie. But that's what we had here. Each team with a field goal in the extra session, but nobody could separate.
I'm glad you went in that direction because I thought the next thing was going to be, and sometimes it rains, but that's not really the case here, right? Look, if this is college football, they keep playing. You know, they're going to break that tie and continue to go how many overtimes it takes. Postseason football, we're still playing. But it's the regular season. You get one extra period to decide it. This one, we get field goals on each side. And guess what? The end result's the same. Tie, off we go. Let's move on to the next one.
So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.